Greetings, ladies and gentlemen, and variations thereupon. It's Citizen7, and this is Darkest Dungeon. You may have watched the Darkest Dungeon videos that I've put up in the past, but the big difference now is that the game is out of early access. It is done, or at least, baseline. This is the 1.0 release, and any patches that they've released since this morning, I suppose, or yesterday afternoon, whenever it was that they rolled out the patch. So what we're going to do is start over. We're going to call this Wizard School. In fact, I am going to get rid of Darkest at the beginning and just call it Wizard School, because this will be the name of our town. And I think that that is a good name, and we're going to continue with our Harry Potter naming theme. So here we go, and I'm going to let the cutscenes play. Let's dive in.
You will arrive along the old road. It winds with a troubling, serpent-like suggestion through the corrupted countryside, leading only, I fear, to ever more tenebrous places. There is a sickness in the ancient, pitted cobbles of the old road, and on its writhing path you will face viciousness, violence, and perhaps other damnably transcendent terrors. So steel yourself, and remember there can be no bravery without madness. The old road will take you to hell, but in that gaping abyss, we will find our redemption.
Or at least one praise. So here we go. We've done this intro several times already, but it's always fun to dive back in here. We know how this works. If you don't know, you can watch some of my earlier videos.
Brigands have run up these lanes. Keep to the side path. The hamlet is just ahead.
And of course, I use the keyboard for my control.
Dispatch this thug in brutal fashion, that all may hear of your arrival.
It is time to dispatch this thug in brutal fashion. 5 damage and a bleed. We can absorb that. Let's smite him.
Confidence surges as the enemy crumbles.
Crushed by justice. Oh, wow. That guy was
These
rich.
nightmarish creatures can be felled. They can be beaten.
So let us continue on. We'll take a look at what's inside. Yes. Dun dun dun. Check inside. Found a little bit more.
Leave nothing unchecked. There is much to be found in forgotten places.
So we know from past experience that now we're going to have a fight with
An ambush. Send these vermin a message. The rightful owner has returned, and their kind is no longer welcome.
So our dodge is down. Just look at how slick this has gotten. From the early days, just everything about it has gotten very, very cool. Alright, let's go ahead and open with a grape shot blast and take some damage for everyone. Let's go ahead and open with a smite and put some damage on the big guy. Or what else do we have? Stunning blow. What's his stun resistance? 50%. 50% chance to stun. And this would do only 2 to 3 damage. And Zealous Accusation won't reach across him because he's a big old guy. So let's open up with Smite and try to get some big damage in there.
Masterfully executed.
Oh man. There we go. Even though we were debuffed, we still managed to dodge that. And this time, we're gonna just go ahead and inflict bleed on the bloodletter. I'm not sure we've had a start this good in all of the times that I've played this. So he did manage to inflict a rain of whips on us once, but he'll be dead momentarily.
Monster's size has no intrinsic merit, unless inordinate exsanguination be considered a virtue.
I love the lines. Like there's some fresh lines in here for our narrator, and just the dismissive tone that he uses is so delicious. Alright, so corpses. When monsters die, they leave corpses. They're temporary obstacles, and they will eventually go away on their own. Interesting. Okay, you can attack them, and if we kill them with damage over time or a critical hit, they won't leave a corpse. So that is a new... Look at that corpse. It's a very specific corpse. In the past, the corpses were just very generic, but this is very clearly the corpse of the guy that we just killed, which I like that. So let's use a pistol shot and finish off this guy in the back. He could have taken a lot more damage. I'm not sure about us. Can we reach across? No. So we'll just go ahead and use our bulwark. Then should be the finishing pistol shot. 4 to 8 damage. Good chance even on minimal damage. Minimal damage he'll survive, but a little more than that.
Their formation is broken. Maintain the offensive.
Health stone. Nice trinket. And we've got some crests. That. Quest complete. Alright. We return to the town by clicking the crest, but we will wait, continue adventuring, so that we can open this box. I always forget that. Let's open trapped chest. We don't have a key, but I doubt it will kill us, so let's try it. You know, we were rolling low odds, but it was worth the roll. And now we get achievements, which is new since the game has left early access. Plenty, and ooh, we've collected food. The food that we didn't eat is now a treasure. That's different. Last gasp, all right. Up speed if your health is down. Return to the town. So does that mean that now supplies that we don't
Welcome
use...
home, such as it is. This squalid hamlet, these corrupted lands, they are yours now, and you are bound to them.
They are now bound to them. Oh dear. Well, so does that all mean that now when we have... Yes. When we have food left over, or keys or anything like that, that we can carry it back with us? So no one is dead.
Most will end up here, covered in the poisoned earth, awaiting merciful oblivion.
In time, you will know the tragic extent of my failings.
So this is, of course, where you can watch all of the narrations, the videos and all of that. So Sodden Crew, okay. We've never seen them, never seen the brigands with their guns. Oh, look at all this stuff. Anyway, let's not get too wrapped up in that. We will take our regular step of first upgrading our stagecoach.
Women and men, soldiers and outlaws, fools and corpses. All will find their way to us now that the road is clear.
So, of course, we need our usual
What
suspects.
better laboratory than the blood-soaked battlefield?
Oh, you're not going to say something for her? Fine. Alright, so we need to increase our network. And we don't have to increase the size of our roster just yet because it'll be a little while. So we don't have enough pages. We're short one page to get a fresh 4 heroes, which means that after our next quest we will have to take someone twice in a row. That is a little bit unfortunate. It would have been great to find a paper in our entry quest so that that didn't happen, but you know, we will deal. So let us go ahead and rename our characters. I don't remember. Let's see. Right click. You are Mr. Potter. Is Weasley spelled with an E? I think it is. And I think this was Professor McGonagall. I'll change these later when I can check spellings. And you get to be Hermione for now, which I probably also can't spell. Yeah, that's not right. Let's put an E on the end. And guess that that's correct. Spelling has never been one of my great strengths. Let's see. So we start out with Night Blindness and Warren's Phobe. So also Divine Grace and Divine Comfort. So the 2 healings, Illumination and Hand of Light. This is not my favored setup because these, you know, suggest that we should be in the back row. We could get away with, or the, you know, the back 2. We could get away with being in the second row to use Hand of Light, then we can't use Divine Grace. So this is a very bad combination of skills to start out. We definitely are going to want to get Judgment as soon as possible to replace Hand of Light. And probably Dazzling Light as well. This was my favorite set of skills for the Vestal is Judgment, Dazzling Light, Divine Grace, and Divine Comfort. And what do we have for our Plague Doctor? We have Plague Grenade, Incision, Battlefield Medicine, and Emboldening Vapors. Alright. So that's alright. Back 2, we can get it from the 3rd position, 3rd position, 3rd position. So we definitely have to put her in the 3rd position to get the most use out of her. And then that means that we're going to have to put our Vestal in the back and not be able to use Hand of Light at all. So that's just the way that it's going to go down. So these are all locked at the moment, so nothing to do except embark on our first quest.
A mecca of madness and morbidity.
Oh, look at that.
Your work begins.
It says, enter this, the most dreaded of regions. Alright. The depths. Warren's, of course, nothing here yet. Wield, and the cove is unlocked. Now, I mean, obviously everything is here, but I have not played the cove yet, even though it was released. I haven't had a chance to play any Darkest Dungeon since that point. This, what does this say? Level 6. Ooh. Kill 1 shuffling horror. So maybe that's just... You can always go down there, but you shouldn't. Let's go ahead with our scouting quest to see what we have down in the ruins. And we have no choice. The usual suspects. This is what we've been dealt. This is what we will deal with. Let's provision.
The cost of preparedness, measured now in gold, Later, in blood.
So, I'm guessing that these are now limits to what you can, how much you can buy from the store. Interesting. Okay. So, we will do our normal of taking 12 food, we'll take a shovel, and we're going to be fighting skeletons, so we probably don't need antivenom, and we might need a key, but I'd like to take a holy water. Oh no, wait, it gave us one oh, it gives us a holy water and a antivenom to start with. Excellent. So let's take 8 torches will do, I think. I mean, it said take 8 food and 12 torches, or did it say take 8 food and 4 torches? I don't know. I think we can do with 8 torches. We're experienced at this game. So let's go ahead and see what the ruins hold for us. Your first expedition, sort of. Be curious, be careful. Hit the skeletons as hard as possible. Alright. So we know what this all says. Not too bad. Our quest is to explore 90% of the rooms. So we can go up this way, and then this way. We'll skip the one here in the corner unless we get a scout. Hopefully we'll get a scouting thing to show us these 2 corners before we get there. And then we won't have to backtrack at all. So this is very good layout for us. Let's begin. Here's a torch. We'll get 1 extra torch. And nothing else in this hallway. Very, very quiet. I wonder if the first, a couple skeletons, 2 bone rabble, they should fall apart easily enough. Now, open vein, they're not going to bleed because they are skeletons. So we will open up with a grape shot blast, and hopefully it will be more effective this time than last. Indeed, we take out half of their health. And there's no one in the back, so we can't use plague grenade. We will use the blade, even though they won't bleed. It's 4 to 7 damage, so a hit will kill. And neither of them has gone yet, so it doesn't matter which one we kill.
Continue the onslaught. Destroy them all.
And of course, now here we are with healing and no one to heal. We'll do it anyway. And you.
Their formation is broken. Maintain the offensive.
Okay. Wow.
Success so clearly in view. Or is it merely a trick of the light?
I love how they have definitely recorded a lot more... Ooh, an extra shovel. They have definitely recorded a lot more dialogue for the announcer, and that is nothing but excellent, excellent news. Because the narrator in this game is second to none. And it's a good thing we have our shovel, because...
Even the cold stone seems bent on preventing passage.
We can break that down. Keep an eye on our light. We're in dim light. I'll let it get a little lower before we crack a torch. Nothing, nothing, nothing. Ah, alright. So we found some cultists, and we will light a new torch. Right-click to light a torch, and these bone soldiers, 1 acolyte. Let us, again, use the grape shot. This time we can play grenade. And there we go. Some light right away. A stress attack. We do have to keep our stress in mind because one of these 3 is going to have to go out again immediately on a second mission. So we'll just... How much are you hurt? Only 1. Too bad that this doesn't do any stress reduction. definitely rolled. We're going to use Zealous Accusation and try and take out both of these bogies.
Press this advantage.
Wow.
Give them no quarter.
We killed the one that was at full health. And dodged a stressful incantation, so I like that. We definitely rolled poorly on our starting skills. This is not exactly what you want to see in your opening party, but I think that we're more than capable of dealing with it. This guy now is going to take 4 damage when he comes up and die. This lady here. So we'll take out the
Confidence
bone
surges as the enemy crumbles.
And now, of course, we have a couple people left to act, so we can do
As the fiend falls, a faint hope blossoms.
take a critical hit there, which was... I expected it to reduce some stress for us, but I guess it did for him. Scout the map? No. Alright, so now we have to make our choice. Do we go left or do we go right? And I think we'll just go around the corner and leave this one here. If we get some sort of indication, some reason, like a scout when we hit the next box, when we get to the next room that shows that this room is empty, maybe we'll go down here and then skip the one on the end, just to save some time. It would include backtrack, but I'm not that worried about it. T for torch. Keep the light dim. So, so he decided he had to open that, and he's keeping it for himself, so we don't even get to use this key. What a pain in the butt. That is something we're going to have to do. We're going to have to deal with that, Mr. Potter. Let's see if we right-click him. Yes, he's a klepto. A God-fearing klepto. Yes, we shall skulk in the dark. It is now shadowy. That is a lot of stress that is getting stacked on Professor McGonagall there, so let's get another couple torches. We'll just bring the light back up to full just so that we don't suffer extra stress. And we will put the incision, the bleed damage, on this brawler, if possible. Yes. It's only 1 damage of bleed, but you are down 4, you are down 1, so we'll use Divine Grace. Full health for Ron Weasley, and again, our multi-target. Ren for the old gods. Hey, and we managed to dodge it. Excellent, because... and we dodged that as well. Doing well. Now we will use Zealous Accusation. It guaranteed 4 damage, and then that bleed will kill him. So there we go. As long as we hit, the brawler will die, and we can put some of that damage onto our bone soldier. See? Oh wow, I really like that. Clearly his corpse there. And I don't know how long it takes for the corpses to decay on their own, but we won't worry about it right away. Let's take out the bone soldier. Or if we use Grape Shot Blast, guaranteed to take out the bone soldier with a minimum of 3 damage on a hit, and we can put damage on the acolyte again. So it's, again, best to use our area attacks. There's a little pile of skeletons with a little rag about the head. Very good. And we can't reach with Incision, but we can reach with Plague Grenades, so that's what we'll do. There's some light. Our line gets scrambled, but it doesn't really matter because the next time that the acolyte comes up, they're going to die. But now we can use illumination, so let's illuminate. Just to get a little bit of extra light.
Ghoulish horrors, brought low and driven into the mud.
It's amazing. I've never heard that line before. Alright, let's move around and get everyone back where they need to go. And then we'll open this box. Heirloom chest. 2 busts. A little bit of gold. Alright. Straight on. He hasn't taken any stress at all. Interesting. I wonder if he resists hard noggin, stun resist, quick reflexes. No, he doesn't have any stress resistance. He's just dealing very well. Whoa!
Ambushed by foul invention.
Of course, McGonagall is getting a little bit freaked out. So of course, stress level goes to 200. The check on whether you're going to become virtuous or whatever the red things are, the different vices, comes at 100. So we're getting pretty close. And then at 200, you die of a heart attack. And of course, this room is empty, so we will move on to the next. And I am playing at, you know, full recommended difficulty. Now, can we actually open this and get the loot for ourselves? Yes, we can. Oh, look, a Book of Intuition. Less chance for the party to be stunned. It does reduce speed. We've got a little bit of food. So let's equip our... What is your speed? Speed of 1, speed of 7, speed of 7, speed of 4. Let's give the Book of Intuition to our professor. Speed is reduced to 6, but if we have less chance to be surprised, that's excellent. Of course, if you're not familiar at all with the game, all trinkets come with an upside and a downside. So that's just the way it's always going to be. You have to, it's not, you know, we got more loot, let's stack it on and just become more powerful. Time to eat. And of course we found food, so we didn't need to buy nearly this much food. I've learned to be cautious. Another empty room. Oh, and of course the scout. So we have a fight here, and room battle with Curio. Oh, so now it tells us. And then move to this room battle with treasure. So we can now mouse over to see what these little icons mean. We had kind of devised, but it does actually tell us now, so I like that. And this thing that I used to think was a book is a wall, but since we had the spare shovel, it won't be a big deal. And loot, of course. Let's we'll just use our torches. Keep it bright just to resist surprise. And we know we have a fight in here, so maybe we can get a surprise. No. Alright. We'll open with an area attack. Not bad. Not bad damage.
Death waits for the slightest lapse in concentration.
This has become very problematic. Alright, we now get to use our plague grenade on 2 people. First time that we've actually had 4 enemies stacked up against us. And let's focus the healing on McGonagall here, because she is definitely doing the worst. And of course everyone knows it, so they're going to focus on her. I think we're going to take a bold move and use the Bulwark of Faith here to kind of tempt people away from hitting McGonagall, because I really don't want to see her die on our first mission. So let's do that. And hopefully that will deflect a little bit of attention onto our Crusader.
Slow death, unforeseen,
who can most take
unforgiving.
it. And now our Grape Shot Blast will cover all of our foes, unless it misses completely. So we'll continue stacking our healing onto McGonagall to get her out of, as far out of harm's way as we can. None of these people are going to since none of these people are going to bleed and he's already blighted, let's use Emboldening Vapors to increase the damage that we can do with our Crusader. His dodge has been serving him quite well so far. I mean, Ron Weasley, hardly any stress. He's not taking much damage. Harry Potter, of course, about to use a Zealous Accusation on these two. Let's see, do we have any? This one has extra damage against Unholy, though. So maybe let's use Smite with a 7 to 13 damage. We could roll maximum damage, and it doesn't even have to be critical, and take this guy out. Him, on the other hand, 6 damage. What are the chances that we'll kill him on a Zealous Accusation? We only need 50% of the damage there to kill him. I think this is still the best choice. Hit both of them. So let's try it. And indeed it was. We took out another of our foes. And now Ron Weasley managed to resist being moved and stunned. So that's excellent news. We are going to... I think we will use Incision just for the 3 to 5 damage. Or do we embolden? You know what? Maybe we'll actually embolden Ron Weasley now. I think it's a good opportunity to use our buffs. Taking some damage there, but we will pistol shot right back. And one more than minimal damage will kill this Arbalist. We need to take him out. So actually, minimal damage will kill the Arbalist because he still has 4 points of poison left to go. And of course, we don't roll minimal, and we kill him in a shot. So now we can just smite this guy and be done.
These nightmarish creatures can be felled. They can be beaten.
Let's continue adventuring and open this box. It is an heirloom chest. And we got 8 more crests. So that's why it's always important. Don't just immediately click. When you finish a battle and you're done, don't just immediately click leave. Make sure you get the loot. So we could go back here and have that room battle with the Curio, but there's no... Knowing that it's a Curio, we do have holy water to purify it, but it probably won't be that great a benefit for us. It's better just to get out of here and not overstress McGonagall. So, interestingly enough, we still don't have any more deeds. And deeds is what we need. So, one person gained stat. The unquiet mind may not meditate while in town.
There is a great horror beneath the manor. A crawling chaos that must be destroyed.
So we do know about those. The tavern and the abbey are now unlocked. So let us see. What do these little tags mean? That's new. Let's see who's coming to town. Oh no. It's this. Okay, the Dodge Stone. Healthstone, Dodge Stone, Scoutmaster's Whistle. Who's coming to town? Another Plague Doctor, a Man-at-Arms, and a Leper. So these are a great pair. I'll take the Man-at-Arms.
The raw strength of youth may be spent, but his eyes hold the secrets of 100 campaigns.
And we will take the Leper as well.
This man understands that adversity and existence are one and the same.
And let's consider taking this Plague Doctor. I kind of feel like we have to. Noxious Blast would have been I don't know. Let's think about that before we take the Plague Doctor. And again, this is what we need. We don't need to increase our barrack size. We're not going to waste our... This is why I'm waiting to not take this Plague Doctor immediately. We're going to wait and see if we can get some papers. What is it going to let us go on? We'll just take a look. That's it. We're going to have to head back to the ruins. We can't go down here yet. So it's going to be a little bit of a difficult grind out of the beginning here. So let us consider an unquiet mind. You cannot meditate. But
The cobwebs have been dusted, the pews set straight. The Abbey calls to the faithful.
so we definitely have to figure out who likes what. But she can't meditate. She can pray though. So let's try that and see what happens. This takes, let's see, increase stress recovery. Let's do that. We have lots of crests and 14 busts, so let's go ahead and increase the effectiveness of our transept. And then check the tavern as well.
Fresh kegs, cards, and curtained rooms promise solace to the weary and broken alike.
Now it seems that we could take Harry Potter, Ron Weasley, and I mean, it's not great. This guy prefers to be in the first two positions. We could deal with the third, but only use Rampart, which moves him forward. So, or Bellow. Oh, and Retribution. Okay, but Rampart would move him forward. So he's going to like to be right in the front. Mankind Hater, excellent. He fears the unholy, though, and he also has an unquiet mind. So we'll name these fellows soon. And you have to be in the first two positions. That's it. I believe we can put him into the third position just fine. So we will need to take. I think we're going to do this. We'll take our leper, our man-at-arms, our vestal, and our Ron Weasley here out again. I think that's what we're going to have to do, and hopefully Hermione won't get too stressed out, and we'll see what happens. So this needs portraits and crests. Everything needs crests. So that is the beginning of our Darkest Dungeon run. So join us again next time. Excuse me. Join us again as the Wizard School gets serious. So I hope that you have enjoyed this. I, of course, will be playing plenty of Darkest Dungeon, and hopefully I'll actually have a chance to upload these videos this time. So cheers. Thanks for watching.